Hello, in this video we're going to go through page 16, number 47, bowing on the D string. This is our first bowing piece. It is so exciting and I really hope you're excited. A couple things to remember. With perfect posture, you'll have perfect playing. That includes our bow hold. So you want to make sure you've got a really great solid bow hold before you start playing. Double check that your thumb is bent outwards, violins, violas, cellos especially, basses if you're on a French bow. Okay, double check that you've got your posture set up. Okay, double check your fingers on your bow holds, violins and violas. Is that pinky on top and nice and relaxed? Okay, is the thumb in the right spot? Cellos, do you have your pinkies over the frog? Are you all ready to go? Hopefully by now you've practiced some of the bow builders as well as the rosin wrap. You can always practice these bowings by going through with a toilet paper tube where you hold the toilet paper tube and you bow the rhythm. Okay, you can even put it on your strings, violins and violas. You have other way, you can put your toilet paper tube up on your shoulder. You can also do elbowing, which your teacher may have shown you. But this is our first bowing. We want to make sure when our bow is on the string that we are bowing in our highway. That is the space between the end of the fingerboard and the bridge. This is my bowing highway. And much like driving, even though you're not old enough to drive yet, you want to go straight. If you start driving really crooked, you're going to run into other cars and poles and pedestrians, and we definitely don't want that. You want to bow a nice straight line. So if I were to put my bow on the string, you can put your bow on the string. I want to make sure I don't bow like this, where I'm bowing crooked. You can see how crooked it is, or crooked this way. And I don't want to be going like this all over the place. I want to put my bow on the highway and I want to make a straight line. I'm opening my arm and closing my arm. If I was a violin or viola, I am opening my arm and closing my arm. And I'll show the next exercise, number 48, bowing on the A string. I will do that on a violin or viola so you can see that. So once my posture is set, I look at this rhythm, I see the word arco. Remember, arco means to bow. And I see my down bow. Down bow is the one that looks like a square, but that's open on one end. So that means I'm going to pull first. I'm going to set my bow close to the frog on the string. I'm not going to set it right here. I'm going to set it close to the frog on the string, but not quite there. So I'm going to find that highway. And let's just do a couple of these. We're going to go down, up, and stop first before we do the whole piece. You ready? You're going to go a down bow and then an up bow. Try it. 1, 2. Try it and stop right there. Did you get a good sound? Lean in on your first finger so you get a good sound. You get a good resonant sound. Let's try that again. Ready and my bow is moving quickly. I'm controlling it. I'm not going wild all over the place. I'm controlling my bow and it's going straight. Try this again. Ready and try one more on your D string. See if you can check your bow level. Make sure you're only on your D string. Pull a straight line just like my arm. 1, 2, ready and that's it. Now, if you're still not getting a clean sound, pause the video here and practice just bowing down, up on your string to get a good, clean sound. Notice that my bow had a little bit of stop to it at the end and a stop to it here. There is a start to my sound and an end to my sound. I'm going to go through bow on the D string. I'm going to use our cheesy music, and it looks like I only go once through. All of my notes are D's, so I don't need to sing my notes, but I am going to check my rhythm. So we're going to go through it once, and then we'll go through it once more. Here we go. Here's our first time through. 2, ready, and rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Double check. Did you have a good bow hold? Did you keep your thumb bent outwards the whole time? Did you get a good resonant sound? Did your hand stay tall? Violins and violas, no crunchy bow holds like this. Cellos, I hope you didn't fall out on the edge of your bow. Did you stay on your highway, again, between the fingerboard and the bridge? Let's try it one more time. Rest, check your bow hold, and rest, check your bow hold, go. Rest, 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 rest. You can always go back and review any of these and as many times as you need, aiming for that good sound, a straight bow, and a good bow hold. This is page 16, number 48, bowing on the A string. I'm going to demonstrate this one on a violin or viola so that you can see the proper arm motion on those instruments. If you'd like to see the proper arm motion for cello and bass, you can look at bow on the D string, the previous example, number 47. Okay? So our rhythm is very much the same as bow on the D string, so hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Also, we've got all one note, just A's, so we're not going to sing through our notes. But I am going to require that you check your bow hold, double check your bow hold. Do you have your thumb bent outwards? This is only our second bowing song. It's so exciting. Okay? Are your fingers on the frog, violins and violas? Is your pinky relaxed and on top? And your first finger wrapping forward. Cellos, bass, remember if you're French bow basses, your pinky is over. German bow, you have your bow hold as well with the wrapping around the side. Okay? Cellos, your pinky is over and should be relaxed. Remember, when I'm bowing, I'm trying to bow straight on my highway. My highway is the space between my fingerboard and my bridge, and I'm trying to bow a straight line. You can always practice with that toilet paper tube. Violins and violas, you can always turn your bow upside down. I literally have an upside down bow hold. Okay, my thumb's still bent outwards and in the right spot, but that way I put the stick on my arm and I can bow back and forth like this without getting any rosin on my shirt. Okay, so I'm bowing a straight line, or you can use a toilet paper tube. And again, I'm thinking about my elbow and my wrist doing the motion. Notice that I'm not bowing from my shoulder. Look how crooked my bow goes when I use my shoulder. We do not want to shoulder bow. I use my elbow and my wrist, and I make a nice straight line. In fact, you can use a toilet paper tube or your shoulder, or you could also bow with your instrument up. You could bow in the crook of your elbow. Notice again, I'm upside down. Let's shadow bow this one, or elbow, or in a toilet paper tube, or maybe on rosin. Or you can, if you've been taught how to cello bass, how to bridge bow, you can do all of that. Let's do that first on bowing on the A string. 1, 2, shadowing, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. Down, up, down, up. Rest, rest, ready, and down, up, down, rest, up, down, up, rest, down, up, down, up, down, rest, up. Good. Just a reminder, down bow is your pull, up bow is your push for all instruments. So now let's go through bowing on the A string. Make sure you take your bow, good bow hold, set it on the A string, look at your music, don't look at your left hand, look at your music, don't look at your instrument. And let's go through our bowing on the A string with our nice straight bows. Here we go, first time through. 2, ready, in. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Straight line, ready, in. rest, 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 rest. Good. Hopefully that went well and you got a good bow hold and a nice line up, okay? Here we go. We're gonna do it one more time. Double check that you've got your good bow hold. You're getting a good sound. Notice that my bow has a start and a stop to it. I'm not mushing all over the place. I'm staying on my highway and I'm getting a straight bow with a good bow hold. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Check your bow hold and rest. Check your bow hold. Go. Rest. 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 If you need to review those, you can review those as many times as you want. You can shadow bow, you can bow in a toilet paper tube, getting a good, clean, strong sound before you move on.